Hi friends, it's Auntie Cuckoo here, and today I'm sharing all about my makeup. Now, if you're ready for the most unimpressive, cringeworthy, laughable makeup show and tell, you're in the right place. So this is a highly requested video, and I hope you guys all get a really good laugh out of it. You know, I am no expert when it comes to makeup. I do like makeup, I like wearing it. I wish I had more time to wear it more often, but let's get right into what I like to use for my skin. I have very sensitive skin. So there are two things that I'm currently using and have been using for about a year to wash my face with. The first one was introduced to me by a sister-in-law, and I love it. It is Purity Made Simple. This is pricey. This size container can run you right around $10, and it's only 4 fluid ounces. The good news about this is that it only takes a tiny bit to wash your entire face. It's pretty good at removing eye makeup. I usually remove my eye makeup ahead of time, but I love, love, love this. It can be drying. So I do have oily skin, but in the drier winter months, this is too drying for my skin and I'll get little flaky patches. So what I've gone to using, if you're ready, baby wash. This one is from Aldi. I've had it over a year, I believe, and there's still plenty left in it. Now, I do use this sometimes to shower with, and it's just really gentle. But I can say probably for a good 3 to 4 months out of the year, this is all I wash my face with. Now, when I take a shower, because I always wash my makeup off in the evening, and those are the things I use. If I'm in the shower and I have a bar of Dove soap, I grew up on Dove, and that's what I'll wash my face with. And it does a really good job at moisturizing and also removing eye makeup. So that's what I use for my skin. Let's get into moisturizers. So I do have one that I've had for over a year. The bottle I had previous to it, I believe I had for close to 5 years. So I don't use a whole lot of anything. I use very little. So this I'm gonna have to unfold to show you guys the name there. I got this for $20 on Amazon. Might have even been less because I think I got 2 for $30 and gave one to my daughter. She's already gone through her whole tube. I still have the majority of mine. Now this is something that costs a lot, so I use it sparingly, and also there's something cheaper that I prefer for a daily basis. This is more during those cold winter months when it's a little dry, or if I'm just feeling like I need some under my eyes, this is what I like to use. It's not greasy. And for someone with oily skin like me, that is why I've gone back to it, and I will continue to as long as they sell it. This used to come in a black bottle or tube, same maker, so probably by the time I roll around to buying it again, it'll be a different color. On the daily, I use Olay. Plain, old school, your mom probably used it. Pink Olay. Now, I've gone through phases in life where I've used the one with sunscreen in it. It burns my eyes. I'm just so sensitive. So I keep coming back time and again to the regular Olay. So after I wash my face in the evening, I will put this all over my face and neck, and then sometimes I'll just add a little bit of this, a little bit of that under my eyes. And that's what I use. My husband even likes to use this if he's ever really dry, because it's not oily, it doesn't make you feel greasy, and it also doesn't like burn his eyes. I guess he's probably sensitive skin as well. So sunscreen. I can tell you at the age of 43, I should have always worn sunscreen, but I didn't. It took me a long time to find something that I like enough to put on my face. As I've said, things burn my eyes, they just don't feel good, and things have broken me out. So I've tried everything that there is, from Neutrogena to Aveeno, anything really that I saw that had a good review on it, most of it drugstore based. But then I found this, and I don't even remember how. It was probably in a YouTube video. And it is a tinted facial sunscreen of SPF 40. This is a game changer for me. It says it's 100% free of chemicals, chemical sunscreens, preservatives, and oils. It is SPF 40 for up to 80 minutes. Now, this is sort of a beigey, almost orangey color, but I've used this and my daughter's used this, who's a totally different color than me, and it really just rubs right out. I feel like you can't really even say that it's tinted. I feel like, let me see if I wipe my finger on a napkin. There's no color to that whatsoever. So I'm not sure that it would work for maybe all skin tones, but it's a game changer for me. It's not greasy, it doesn't break me out, it gives me sun protection, it's light, it almost feels like a primer does under your foundation, and so I will put this on and then put on my makeup. I can't say enough good things about it because I just found it last year, so it's taken me 42 years to find a sunscreen I can use on my face. Of course, I use sprays on my body and don't have as many problems with that. So now let's get into foundation. You all are so sweet and say things like, oh, your skin is perfect, it's glowing, and it's not. You'll often find me meeting those comments with comments like, it's sweat, I'm glistening, because I am oily, I do sweat, we live in a warm climate. It's, I think, 98 here today. I do have a child at the pool. So all that to say, for most of the year, I use one thing. The rest of the year, when it can be cooler and I'm not necessarily sweating all day, every day, I use something different. So on the daily, this is something I've used for probably close to 3 years now. It is, I don't even know who it's by. I just know that I love it. I think Maybelline. It's Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. So I'm not sure when this came out, but whenever that was, I tried it and I really like it for 2 reasons. Again, I use a tiny bit. This bottle I've had probably since last fall, and it's still mostly full. I do have a backup because I'm afraid they're gonna stop selling it or change the formulation. The other reason that I like to use it, other than it not being super heavy or drying, is that it's the right color for me. So I know that that's the struggle, is finding the right color. I've used MAC before, and it took me, I think, 4 or 5 years to go through one MAC foundation. Now this, I will say, feels wet going on. So that's why I tend to use very little bit, a very tiny, tiny bit. I just feel like if I overuse this, I feel over made up. So you'll have to weigh and balance how you feel about that. So there are times of the year when I don't want to feel heavy or, you know, overly made up. This is good for me during fall, winter, spring. In the summer when I'm sweating a lot and that sort of thing, I do tend to go to either less of that, no foundation at all, and just do powder, which is what I do most days, or I will use one of these. Now this one is by L'Oreal. It's the Infallible 24-Hour Pro Matte. Now this one is Natural Buff 103. You guys, I cut off the top last week to make sure that I can use all of it. Because I use so little, I'll just dip my finger in, put it on, and this is really matte. There is no joke about this being matte. This is almost drying, so you'll have to figure out if this would work for you. But I like it for times that I want to really dress up and put something, you know, fancy together on my face, because usually it's like a 5-minute process and I'm out the door. So I am wearing it today because it's so warm, and I did want to hop on and do a little video for you guys. So I didn't want to have like a grease slate on my face. Now this one, the color I use is 220, and that is Natural Beige. I've noticed as I've gotten a little bit older, the colors I'm using are darker, and I think it's probably sun damage, to be quite honest. So those are two foundations I use. This is another one that I found this year. Now this is a lot like the L'Oreal Infallible. It can be drying. It's a 24-hour foundation. It's by Maybelline. It's a full coverage Superstay, and this is the color 128 Nude Warm. So it does come in a pump. This gives you a lot of coverage. Probably for me, too much coverage. I have pores, I have large pores, and I feel like the more makeup I wear, it just sinks into my pores, it looks bad. So I try to go really light-handed so that it kind of doesn't create these divots in my face. But this is another great option for a really made-up look for myself. Wow, we're already at almost 15 minutes. So let me go a little bit more quickly for the rest of these items, and then I'll share my BoxyCharm box with you guys for June. It just got here. So, primers that I love. This is where it gets very real. This is from the Dollar Tree, and no joke, I love it. It's by LA Colors. I have a lot of redness, and the older I get, the larger areas become more and more red. And so I looked in the raw sunlight today after my shower, and it used to just be up here, and now it's kind of down here, and I'm like, it's growing. So I do use this one. It's a color correct in green, and it does help knock out redness. Now the reason I'm using this is because I wanted to try it. It was from the Dollar Tree. There's one that I'm out of that I want to find again, and it's a color correct in an orange color, and I have a lot of just natural, my mom had them too, dark circles right under my eyes, and putting that on is a lot better for me at my age than putting a ton of concealer under my eyes. That'll just kind of show you how deep my wrinkles are. So I really want to find another one of those, and I recommend them, and they're from the Dollar Tree. Now, if I can find more of this, and if you guys know where I can, let me know. I've had it for 4 years. It is by NYX, and it's their CC Color Correcting Cream. In green, this stuff is amazing, and I cannot find it anymore. They do have out some color correcting primers, but not this CC cream. I love it so much. If I can find it, I will buy it again. And what I would do is just put a little bit on with some powder some days. If I wanted a little bit more fancy of a look, I would put a little bit of that on, tiny bit of foundation, and then my powder. I love that stuff. Now, I don't know if it matters because I don't profess to be any kind of makeup guru, but this is what I put my makeup on with, It is a brush that I got after Christmas on clearance. It's, I think, a contour brush, so not meant for foundation. I've tried sponges in the past and I just feel wet when I'm done. So I don't like that. And I've never tried anything other than this little brush that I love. It's just perfect. I can put just a tiny bit and kind of go over my whole face with it. So that's that. Now I'm gonna show you guys my powder. Again, a lot of days, this is all I wear. And I bought a new one I'll show you here in a second, because you can see it is almost completely gone. I've just got some edges in there that I will use up. So it is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless for normal to oily skin, and this one is 130 Buff Beige. So this comes with a little applicator. I just substitute it out for a round sponge and put on some sunscreen or some moisturizer depending on the day. Put a little bit of that on, and then the rest of my makeup. So I really like that. And then I also really like this, and as you can tell, I use this stuff because it doesn't look perfect. This is Maybelline Superstay Better Than Skin in 20 Classic Ivory. So this came out around about the same time as this. So I wanted to give them both a try. I got it at Ulta with my coupon. This is heavier. So if I do want to look like I have makeup on but not wear foundation, I'll put this on either with a sponge or with a brush, and it's heavy. So that's why I prefer this. But today I'm wearing this on top of my foundation. So I just alternate them, and as you can see, I have things forever. This was probably last summer. And I just use them up. And this is the brush that I put it on with, and I know it's probably the incorrect brush, but I like the way it works, and this was an after clearance Target find as well. So now let me share with you the best part of this entire video, my blush. This is from the 99 cents only store. It is by Wet n Wild. It cost me all of 99 cents, and the cover's broken, so you know it's good. I've used this for a couple of years now, and Wet n Wild Color Icon in Pink Rose. That's that. Told you, totally unimpressive. Now when it comes to eye makeup, I go to two different ways. I go always with eyeliner, sometimes with just eyeliner and mascara on the daily, and then sometimes I'll wear eyeshadow. So I don't have like a ton of eyeshadow, but I do really like this one by NYX, and it is in Underneath It All. It's just a really nice beige neutral color, and I just kind of go in my crease with it. I had my brush out here to show you because I'm sure it's the incorrect brush, but I do really like that. And I subscribed to BoxyCharm last year around this time just to kind of give it a try, see if you could teach an old dog new tricks, and to give some of that to my daughter because she loves makeup. One thing I've kept for myself and I keep using is this little eyeshadow palette. It's by Nightingale, pretty vulgar. See, I don't know anything about all this. I can tell you that I do like this dark gray, and I will often dip my brush in water and get it kind of wet, or in like a setting spray, and get it a little bit wet and just put a little bit in the corners of my eyes. So not fancy, you guys. I also like this beige color. It falls out a lot of it comes off the brush and then ends up on my face, but I really like this one in the center, and that one is shiny. I don't even know what you would call it, but at my age I try to not wear a lot of that color, but I do like to put a little bit just under my eyebrows. not big on the eyeshadow. But I am big on the eyeliner. And let me tell you, I'm afraid they might have stopped selling this. Let me know if you know. This is by NYC. It is a felt tip marker eyeliner. I live for this stuff. A lot of stuff irritates my eyes. This will every now and then, but for the most part, it doesn't. So I like it because you can use a little or a lot. You can get really thin lines. This one's almost out. I just hauled a new one, so you guys will see that here in a second. But it's called High Definition. It's by NYC, and I used to be able to find it at Target and Walmart, and I can't find it anymore. So I don't know if this brand has just kind of stopped. Let me know if you know. I like the felt tipped markers for eyeliner because for me it's fast. So something that I also have lined my eyes with that I really like from BoxyCharm, because a lot of it I don't really like. Just being honest, most of it I've given to my daughter. She loves makeup, she plays with it, it's great. This though has been amazing. This is a little pot of the most eyeliner you'll ever have, I think, in your entire life. It's by Pretty Vulgar. I've used it for a good 6 months, and there's probably a 3-year amount still in this pot. It's super duper heavy, so I just use a tiny brush and it stays on really well. So if you're good at drawing a line, this would be really good. Now let's talk about eyebrows. So I am about to go and get a touch-up on my microblading in 2 days. So I've done a video about that here for you guys and shared that experience with you all. I have oily skin, so I do need to get annual touch-ups. So on days that I don't wear makeup, I usually don't do anything to my brows. But when I put makeup on, and especially when it's been a full year since I've had a touch-up, I do go in and touch them up a little bit. And I'm gonna show you with what. First off, this is my favorite little Rimmel eyebrow pencil. It's in dark brown, and it just looks like that by Rimmel. So I don't really use this, but it's the right color for my sort of brownish red hair. And this I really, really like. But it doesn't do everything. If I used that all over my brow, I would look strange, I think. So I just kind of go in and draw the line between my brow and the top of my eyelid there and make it sort of symmetrical, hopefully. And then I go in with this. It's an eyeshadow. It's an old eyeshadow. It's an old eyeshadow that I bought at the 99 Cent store by L'Oreal, and it is in Deep Mocha. And bonus, you ready? It's broken. So what I like to do is take a little eyebrow brush, wet it, and then use a little bit of this to fill in my eyebrows on days that I wear foundation and I need a little touch up. So I hope that answers the eyebrow question. You guys are really cute and ask all kinds of questions about that. Now this video is getting really, really long, so let me just touch on the fact that I don't like lipstick. I put it on right when I put on a face of makeup or when I'm going somewhere, and then I don't put any more on during the day. So for me, it's not priority, but you guys have asked, so I wanted to answer. So these are the things I use. I love lip liner. At my age, I need it. So this is actually by LA Colors. It's an auto lip liner, and it's in rose brown. Okay, I bought this at Daiso Japan for $1.25. I mean, it's LA Colors. Now it's a little drying, but I do like the color. Show you guys, it's kind of a brickish color, so kind of brown, kind of red. Now I bought that because I couldn't find this. I do really like this one. It is by Rimmel, It's Exaggerate Full Lip Color Liner in Epic. So I like to wear this whenever I can find it. And it's very close color-wise. It's just a little more rose than the other one. The other one's a little bit more red or brown. Those are my lip liners. Now, something I hope to find more of, but this I also, no, this I think was Five Below. I'm really high end. It's by City Color. It's a lip crayon. I love this thing because I don't like gloss where like your hair can get, I don't like it. This is like color but matte but not dry. But I think I'm almost out of it. And I love this color. It is Rise and Brine. No, it's not. It's Kiss the Bride. Someone needs glasses. So, other than that, you can find me wearing these three. Now, these two are from the Dollar Tree. You ready to be impressed? Oh no, I take that back. This one must, yeah, this was from the Dollar Tree. So this is also City Color Be Matte lipstick in Brick. And a lot of times when I wear this, you guys ask what I'm wearing. So that's what it is. City Color Matte Brick. This one is by Wet n Wild, Mega Last. Sprinkled, no, not sprinkled. Spiked with Rum. Wow. So it's very similar in color. I always like those sort of brownish reds or mauves. Now this one you should be most impressed with because it's from the 99-cent store and I've been using it for a couple years. It's by Maybelline and it's their little tubes of Color Jolt. I don't even think this is sold anymore. It's so old. And this one is Stripped Down. This one's a lot more pink or mauve. And that's my lipstick. So when it comes to mascara, I'm just simple. I try all kinds of stuff from Dollar Tree to Maybelline. I use the pink and green Maybelline for probably 80 to 90% of my life. I did get this, which is a Too Faced Better Than Sex tube of mascara. It's really, really good. I like it. It'll probably last me a long time, but I would never pay for this again. Now, BoxyCharm, you guys know it's $20 and you get a box every month. So I got it. I was thrilled to get it in the box with other things and I will use it. But when I go shopping for makeup, I go to Ulta, I use my coupon. Here's my haul from Ulta. I'm a real big spender. So this is a replacement for my powder. As a matter of fact, this might be the wrong one because it's not the matte and poreless. This one is Set and Smooth. So, failed, just notice that. I need another powder. Now these I picked up because I can't find what I used to use, which was a Wet n Wild pencil to reverse line my lips to just help with the aging process. So these are just a nude color that I kind of put on the opposite side of my lip liner just to kind of make the line smoother, better, more believable. This is by LA Girl and I got two because I'm afraid I won't be able to find it again. And I got this because I can't find my eyeliner anymore. So this is LA Girl and it's a long-lasting fine tipped liquid eyeliner. So this is like a little marker. So that's how I buy makeup. Now let me show you real quick what was in my BoxyCharm and I'll describe to you why I've unsubscribed. First reason is I wanted to try it. I've tried it for a year and I was happy with that. They've given me more makeup than I would ever use in my lifetime. My daughter has gone through it like that. So I have to say a lot of the things are geared more towards a younger generation in my opinion. So some things I've been able to use, like the mascara, the eyeliner, the eyeshadow, but for the most part, it's all about highlighting and glowing, and I do that on my own with sweat. So let me show you what I got in this month's box. Now this is something I'll use because it's a facial cleanser. It's Whipped Cleansing Cream by Truffle Therapy Skin and Company. It's a nice size bottle, so if it doesn't make me react, this would be great to take on vacation with me this summer. I'll have to give that a try. I also got this, which I do sometimes use a primer because they've sent them to me. It's the only reason. So this is the box. It's called No Pore Blem, and it's a Prime Essence Touch in Soul. This is what it looks like. I'm scared. Oh, interesting. So look at the top of that, and it comes out, it's kind of like a silicone. You guys, ah! It's sticky. And it smells like alcohol. I'll probably give this one to my daughter. Okay, so I got a cleanser, probably use primer, probably not. I got this lip gloss by Dominique Cosmetics, and it's really cute. I think it's called Lemonade. It's pink, so it's probably gonna be light for me, but if I can't use it, my daughter can for sure. Oh yeah, it's like translucent. You can't see that. So this is partially why I'm giving a BoxyCharm, because it smells fabulous. It smells like, I don't know, something baked, like a cupcake. So then I got 3 of these, which I'm always up for a mask. These are sheet masks, and it's by Wonder. I think I got something else by them that I liked. So I got 3 of those. And then I got this, which is a Tarteist Pro Glow. It's another reason I'm not renewing my BoxyCharm, because it's a highlighter palette. Well, I guess blush and highlighter and bronzer. But I don't use this stuff, you guys. So I might try those blushes, but these look like they're colors that are better for my daughter, so I'll probably go to her. Something I didn't show you, and then I'll let you go, it's been a long one, is I do like this. I've had this for, no joke, 6, 7, 8 years. It's by Urban Decay. It's an eyeshadow primer. I use such a tiny amount that I still have some left, and I put it on underneath my eyeshadow when I wear eyeshadow, and it just helps it to not melt. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this cringeworthy edition of what I use on my face. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.